Chairs upside down on the tables, floor still smelling like gin. Last call died an hour ago, but the night ain't settling in. Neon sign, half-hearted flicker, buzzing soft and low, like it's trying not to wake what it already knows. There's a glass with lipstick fading on the corner of the bar. There's a song still hanging in the air from an out-of-tune guitar. Laughter stuck between the walls, like it don't know where to land. Every shadow in this room still reaching for a hand. And I swear I hear your footsteps in the space between the chords, but it's just the wood and whiskey settling into the boards. It's just an empty bar echo calling back your name. Every word we never finished, still burning like a flame. No crowd left to drown it, no jukebox left to play, just an empty bar echo that won't fade away. Mirror behind the bottles shows a man I almost know. He looks quieter than he did a couple hours ago. Tip jar full of silence, stage light cold and blue. Funny how a room can feel like it's missing you. a tired face. Street lights shining on worn-out shoes. Hope like listening to the blue on the corner blues. Neon signs hum. City keeps talking, but the music cuts through the drum. Cones in a paper cup shaking, rhythm in his right hand. He ain't asking for mercy, just playing what he can. He don't need a stage light, don't need a name and gold. Got a story in every bend, every note he holds. Blue on the corner, under midnight sky. Every chord confession, every riff don't lie. No spotlight waiting, no velvet road. Just a little amplifier and a pocket full of hope. Some folks pass like strangers, some stop and stay a while. Some see just another busker, some hear a broken child. But when he hits that turnaround and lets that high note cry, even the city slows down like it understands why. Heartbeat rhythm, concrete floor. He plays like he ain't got nothing more. Then guitar slides back in with its special band. The Saturday night, no record deal coming, no headline news, just the truth bring it out in the blue on the corner blues. City breathing hard and fast, every shadow from the past. Taxi horns and siren cries, truth reflected in my eyes. I've been running from the flame, but it knows my name. Every line, every scar, made me who we are. Stealing soul, cut out tonight, sparks flying in the light. Every wound I used to hide, burning bright inside. Stealing soul, heart and bone. I don't stand alone. If the blues are in my veins, let them break these chains. Street lights flicker gold and blue, every lie I once called true. Whiskey burning in my chest, put my demons to the test. No more drowning in regret, no more unpaid debt. Every note I bend and play takes the fear away. Stealing soul, collide tonight, black and white ignite. Every crack inside my skin lets the fire in. Stealing soul, loud and clear. After the last light fades away and the sky turns pale to gray, there's a space that still remains in the quiet veins. Footsteps echo down the ride, shadows thin against the wall. Morning doesn't feel so loud without the crowd. After the last light, there's no wrong or right, just a gentle tone I call my own. After the last light, no more need to fight every shade of blue feels true. Coffee cool on the stove, dust dancing slow. Window cracked to let it in. Where the night is bare, I don't miss the heavy air or the weight of despair, but I keep the quiet flame just the same. After the last light, I don't lose the night. It settles in my bones like undertones. After the last light, everything feels right, but because it's gone, but because it's strong. Every spark inside the dark wasn't there to pull me down, just to turn around. Well, mighty the binge one final sigh, soft goodbye. whiskey resting in my hand, like it understands every scar I never showed, every place I didn't go. Street light bleeding through the blind, painting shadows on my mind. City humming soft and low, like an old blues radio. Glass half full of blues tonight, amber burning soft and bright. I don't fight it like before, I just let it wash the floor. Every memory comes and goes, like the smoke that slowly rolls. It ain't healing, it ain't wrong, it's just where I belong. Used to curse the midnight air, now I pull up a chair. Let the silence take its time, like a slow and honest rhyme. That old jukebox down the street still plays Heartbreak on repeat, but I hear it different now, don't ask me how. Glass half full of blues tonight, no more running from the light. Every crack inside my soul finally feels whole. Every echo in the room doesn't spare our doom. It's just another song I've been singing all along. Soft snare tapping like before, guitar crying through the door. No more I just dance the air like a whispered prayer. No more begging for the dawn, no more wishing you were gone. If the blues are all I've known, I'll call them home. Glass half full of blues tonight, city wrapped in silver light. Every tear that used to fall doesn't scare me now at all. Whiskey warm against my chest, I don't need a second guess. If the night stays long and slow, I'll let it flow. Just me in this quiet room, and a glass half full of blues. Smoke still hanging in the air, echoes drifting everywhere. City lights begin to blur, like they've forgotten who we were. Ashes falling soft and slow from a flame I used to know. No more fighting with the night, no more trying to be right. After the fire burns away, what is left is here to stay. Not the heat, not the flame, just a quiet name. After the fire fades to gray, I can finally say every scar that left a mark, left a spark. Empty glass upon the bar doesn't feel so far from the man I used to be, lost in urgency. Now the silence feels alive, doesn't cut like a knife. Every breath is slow and deep, like the city's half asleep. After the fire burns away, night turns into day. Not in light, not in sound, but in solid ground. After the fire leaves the room, there's a different tune. Not as loud, not as wide, reconciled. No more running from the blue. It was always true. The flame was never meant to last, only to outgrow the past. Our night in pain begins to cry, not in pain, just goodbye. I don't fear the night. Every shadow on the wall doesn't fall. After the fire cools to stone, I am not alone. If the blues still walk with me, they walk free. vibrato. It's prechic bends that resolve slowly. Guitar repeats motif with slight herniation. A modern answers softly in call and response phrasing, long pauses between lines. Subtle hemmed organ pad fades in underneath. Guitar moves higher up the neck. One emotional peak bends sustained over rhythm section. Rain and end slightly increases in texture. Solo guitar, read by Mason. Notes allowed to decay fully. Silence used intentionally between phrases. Guitar plays soft supporting chords. Brushes return gently, gently. Taillights bleeding in the rain. Red lines running down the glass. City breathing through the speakers like it don't want me to pass. Engine humming low and faithful, like it knows what I can't say. Every mile a quiet mercy, pulling me away. I left a glass half full of midnight, left a shadow on that chair, left some words I never finished, floating in the smoky air. Radio plays something lonesome, soft enough to let me think about the things we almost held in the space between each blink. Every street light feels like judgment. Every corner knows my name, but the road don't ask for answers. It just rolls the same. There's smoke in the rear view, fading into gray. What burned behind me don't have to stay. No need for siren, no need to explain. I'm just chasing quiet witnesses, neon trembling in the dark. I ain't running from a fire, just protecting a spark. Hand steady on the wheel now, breathing slower than before. Some goodbyes don't need a door. There's smoke in the rear view, but the road is clear. Every mile puts distance between doubt and fear. If the night forgives me by the break of day, I'll let what's behind me drift away. Windows cracked for cold air, let the last of it escape. Some memories fade slow, some evaporate. Smoke in the rear view, turning into dawn. What hurt like hell at midnight, by morning's gone. No spotlight waiting, no crowd to cheer, just a man and a highway, and smoke in the rear view. Clock on the dresser, glowing red. 3:17, no traffic in my head. But I can't find sleep. Sheets twisted like my thoughts, window cracked for air. City breathing somewhere far, but it ain't in here. Every sound is louder now, fridge hum distant train. Memories don't knock no more, they just say my name. Ceiling fan keeps circling like it's trying to pretend. I ain't scared of the dark. I'm scared of what it shows. When there's nothing left to drown it and nowhere left to go. At 3:17 a.m. The curtains paints the wall in blue. Funny how the smallest light can make you see the truth. I've been running from reflection, keeping busy, staying loud, but you can't outrun your shadow when there ain't no crowd. Maybe rest ain't sleeping, maybe rest is true. Maybe peace ain't silence, maybe peace is you. Single guitar band, long sustained. Morning leaning on the sky, soft gray light drifting by, street lights fading one by one, night and I are almost done. Footsteps on the quiet street, yesterday beneath my feet. No more running from the sound of what I found. When the city waits and the silence breaks, I don't lose the night, it stays inside. When the city breathes Every shade of blue carries through. Windows opening above, somewhere someone's speaking love. Coffee cups and closing doors, different than before. Whiskey doesn't call my name, it was never blamed, just a shadow passing through, like I do. When the city waits, nothing really breaks. All the dark I walked alone brought me home. When the daylight shows what the midnight knows, every scar I own has grown. I nodded, soft and low, like a truth I didn't know. Every note I used to play led me here today. No more fighting with the blue, it was always true. The night was never meant to end, just to end. I don't leave the night behind, it's intertwined. When the sun appears through the quiet years, every after hours torn built this home. Streetlights gone, but something stays. In the early haze, when the city waits. place in every city where the night doesn't move. Standing where the shadows cross, counting what I've gained and lost. Midnight breathing down my coat, cold wind wrapping round my throat. Traffic fading block by block, heartbeat ticking like a clock. Somewhere far a siren cries, like it knows what silence hides. Between two streetlights I remain, half in fire, half in rain. City shining, heart held tight, trying to outrun the night. No one sees, no one knows how the quiet deeper grows. I'm not broken, I just hide between the dark and city light. Footsteps echo down the line, memories I can't decline. Every window passing by holds a different alibi. Whiskey warmth inside my chest doesn't help, just does its best. Every glow on every wall feels like I could lose it all. Between two streetlights I remain, half in pleasure, half in pain. City shining, heart held tight, trying to outrun the night. No one sees, no one knows how the quiet deeper grows. I'm not lonely, just confined between the past and what's behind. Soft guitar begins to cry. On Monaco, ask me why. Every road I try to choose leads me back into the blues. No more running from the sound of my name without a crowd. survive. Streetlights flicker one by one. Night's not over, but I'm done.
There's whiskey on the table, but I don't need a drink. Just watching how the amber catches light and makes me think. Used to drown the silence, used to chase the burn. Now I let it sit there and let the night turn. Window cracked for midnight, even though it's dawn. Funny how the dark still lingers after it is gone. Smoke don't fill the room now, just a memory in the air. Some habits fade to shadows when you stop needing them there. I ain't fighting who I was, I ain't ashamed of that. Every road I ever took is how I found my back. There's whiskey on the table, but I'm steady on my own. The night can keep its secrets, I don't need to be alone. No spotlight in the mirror, no ghost left to chase, just a quiet kind of freedom in this small dim place. City's already moving, morning climbing high, but part of me still understands the language of goodbye. Not every scar's a burden, not every tear's a fall. Some nights build the backbone lets you stand it all. If the dark comes back around like it always does, I'll leave a chair open for who I was. Single expressive bins I've been. There's whiskey on the table, but I don't need the flame. I've learned how to sit with silence without calling out your name. Let the neon flicker somewhere, let the midnight run. I've made my peace with shadows, and I'm not undone.
In neon shine, platform empty, air runs cold, stories waiting to be told. Ticket folded in my hand, no one here to understand. Every mile hums the same, calling out my name. Midnight train home, riding through the undertone. City lights drift away, but the blues still stay. Midnight train home,
the sound, lost and found, and spinning round. Faces blurred in passing light, words faint in vain. Used to run from what I knew, every shadow, every truth. Now I let the engine cry as the dark rolls by. Midnight train home, riding through the undertone, city breathing slow and wide, rolling by my side. Midnight train home, never quite alone. Low harmonica call, echo down the metal wall. Soft snare tapping time like a distant sign. No more fighting where I've been, no more drowning in the din. If the road is all I own, let it lead me home. Midnight train home, through the dark unknown, city lights behind my eyes, like all goodbye. Midnight train home, heart set like stone. Steel wheels rolling slow, somewhere I already know. Midnight train home. Young's bleeding on an empty lane, taxi lights in the summer rain. The bar's still humming down the line, but this last drink is only mine. Your name floats in the smoke I breathe, hanging low like a memory. City noise turns soft and low, like it knows I won't let go. Street signs flicker, tired and warm, another night almost reborn. Neon fading slow tonight, blue reflections in my eyes. Whiskey warm, but the truth runs cold. Some stories never get told. Between the city and my soul, there's a silence I can't control, and the blues keep holding on till the neon's gone. Train wheels crying underground, lost and never really found. I trace your shadow on the glass, like a ghost that always lasts. The jukebox plays a distant tune, 1:30, almost 2. Every chord just pulls me through what I was and what I knew. Soft snare whisper, hollow tone, guitar crying all alone. Harmonica like midnight wind, telling me where I've been. No anger left, no tears to show, just neon fading slow. Neon fading slow tonight. City breathing black and white. Whiskey low, but the heart still knows. Some doors never really close. Between the darkness and the dawn, I'm still playing this old song, and the blues keep holding on till the neon's gone.
Sustained notes, wide spacing between phrases, gentle vibrato and expressive bends. I'm at the answers, the guitar and call and response phrasing. Notes held longer than expected. Air and silence become part of the arrangement. Subtle Hebert organ pad fades in. Guitar melody expands higher on the neck. One emotional peak bend, then release. Single repeating motif.
neon flickers like it's losing faith outside this bar on 8th and Main. I got a glass that don't judge my hands and a heart don't complain. Smoke hangs low like a quiet hymn rising to a ceiling stain. I ain't talking to heaven tonight, just whisper through the pain. I don't need a church bell ringing, don't need a choir in white. Just this slow blue chord beneath me and the mercy of the night. Every scar I ever carried, every bridge I let burn down, they don't feel so loud and heavy when the city ain't around. Maybe forgiveness ain't a word, maybe it's just letting go. Maybe peace ain't something shining, maybe it's this afterglow. This is my lone neon prayer, no spotlight, nobody there, just the man in a midnight tone, trying not to feel alone. If somebody's listening, they don't have to answer me. I'll find a little grace in this blue lit honesty. I've been loud, I've been reckless, I've been wrong more times than right. But tonight I ain't defending, I'm just standing in the light of a broken sign still buzzing, like it's got something to say. Even cracked things keep on glowing till the dark gives way. This is my lone neon prayer, no saints hanging in the air, just the hum of a worn out amp and a soul laid bare. If redemption's just a whisper floating through the smoke somewhere, let it find me sitting quiet in this low neon prayer. Ain't asking for forever, ain't asking to be saved, just a little steady breathing in the choices that I've made. Guitar sustains final note, harmonica holds one long bend. Fade into room ambience.
tonight, soft like a whispering light. Drops keep time on the glass, like they know this too shall pass. Neon blur in silver lines, washing over, oh goodbye. No more chasing every sound, no more dragging ghost around. Just the rhythm of the rain falling gentle on my pain. Rain on the window slow, let it fall, let it flow. Every tear I used to hide, running with the rising tide. City breathing soft and low, nothing left I need to know. If the night wants me to stay, I'll just fade away. Street below is shining black, taxi lights along the track. Somewhere some light laughs out loud, far away from this quiet cloud. Whiskey glass untouched tonight, don't need fire, don't need fight. Just this room and dim lamp light, and the rain outside. Rain on the window slow, like a truth I didn't know. Every shadow on the wall doesn't scare me now at all. City humming underneath, like a tired melody. If tomorrow never came, I'd still feel the same. Rain on the ear, through the air, carrying a silent prayer. Soft snare brushes in between, like a half-forgotten dream. No more running from the blue, it's just something passing through, like the rain against the pain. It won't remain. Slow, let the restless feeling go. Every crack inside my heart softens in the dark. City lights begin to fade, nothing left I need to say. If the dawn comes pale and gray, I'll be okay. Rain keeps falling through the night, and for once feels right. Sky is heavy, dark and wide, but something's shifting deep inside. Street lights flicker one by one, like they know the night is done. Coffee steaming, empty hands, footsteps tracing silent plans. No more racing with regret, no more unpaid debt. Right before the dawn, when the night feels long, there's a quiet in the air, saying hold on. Right before the light breaks the black and white, there's a truth you can't deny. You survive. Taxi headlights passing slow, like a river steady flow. Every corner that I knew feels a little new. Whiskey doesn't call my name, doesn't need to numb the flame. There's a calm I can't explain, like gentle rain. Right before the dawn, you can carry on. Every shadow on the wall doesn't fall. Right before the day washes blue away, there's a whisper in the sound, solid ground. every note I used to play. Let me hear today. No more hiding from the sky, and no more asking why. If the blues are part of me, let them be. Every mile I walked alone made me strong. Right before the light, everything feels right. Not because the pain is gone, street lights flicker, holding on like they're not ready to be gone. Sky is fading into gray, but the dark still finds a way. Coffee shops begin to glow, but I'm not ready yet to go. There's a silence in between where I've always been. Still the night inside my chest, not a fight, not a test, just a rhythm, soft and low, that I've come to know. Still the night behind my eyes, in the space where memory lies, not completely gone away, not quite dead. taxi tires on wet stone. Everyone is heading home. I could follow, I could stay, either way. Whiskey glass now empty and dry, no more need to ask me why. Some things never fully leave, they just breathe. Still the night inside my veins, not in loss, not in chains, just a shadow made of blue passing through. Still the night coming slow, like a truth I always know. Even when the sun appears, lingers here. The fire burned, the smoke is cleared every doubt I used to fear. But the dark was never wrong, it made me strong. Makes the broken pieces whole. Not a place I run away, but where I stay. Still the night soft and deep, walking with me in a sleep. Even when the daylight starts, it leaves its mark.
I used to chase the bright lights, shining on a stage. Thought if they could see me, I could turn the page. But applause is just a moment, echoes fade too fast, and silence tells you louder. What's built to last? I've been loud in crowded rooms, smiling through the noise. Measured my own worth
by other people's voice. But peace don't come in neon, or headlines in a frame. Sometimes it's just a quiet heart, not needing a name. No more proving, no more fight, just breathing in the night. I don't need no spotlight, don't need the world to see. If the truth is burning steady, that's enough for me. No stage light on my shadow, no banner in the sky, just a little honest living, and I'm satisfied. There's freedom in the background, there's strength in standing still. Not every fire needs witnesses to prove it's real. I ain't dimming who I am, I just don't need the glare. Some things grow much stronger when nobody's there. Let the noise keep talking, let the crowd decide. I found something better on the inside. Single sustained guitar, no, I don't need no spotlight shining in my eyes. Got a steady little flame that don't need disguise. If the night's the
to the life I live. That's more than enough for the peace it gives.